So, impromptu live as I always do. I apologize, I have not been live for a long time for you folks. I'm here, and your girl is vibing and chilling. So, also, I got to make sure that this is set up properly instead of top messages, go all messages, and there we go. So that there's no censorship in the chat, hopefully. Anyways, how are we all doing tonight? I am just sitting here and just reflecting on what an amazing time it's been and of everything that's happened. And what's kind of funny though, because we're gonna start with, Mousetrap. You guys remember Mousetrap? I'm sure. That was my 76th activity, right? And what's interesting is that truck, okay, was obviously like it was a dead side, 306, MP455 4-speed, Data 60, 373s, limited slip. Awesome truck, but in really rough shape overall. Had a lot of rust, and honestly, like a lot of people saw that this thing is like falling apart, but in reality, if you look really deep into it, you can see the potential in the truck, and that's what a couple of buyers saw. So, I had it listed for less than a week. I believe it was only 6 days total. I had a few people reach out and want to buy it, but I didn't really see anybody as like serious buyers. I kept getting lowballed, at like that thing's worth $500. That thing is $700. That's $1,000. That's $1,500. I had a couple people though actually reach out and say, like $2,000. I'm like, okay, we're getting somewhere here, but I still think I can get more than that. So I held on. Then I get a deposit from a guy that actually messaged me on, through Marketplace on it, and he sends a deposit, which is great. Now, in the end, he wanted to actually try and get his deposit back, but I kind of told him that, dude, you had me rush for a bunch of stuff, and you also had me potentially lose out on potential sales, and then in the end, you cancel because of something on your end. And I always kind of mention this, is if you are going to accept deposits on a vehicle to hold it, I will say, I will say that if you're going to do that, you hold on to that deposit just because, well, they wasted your time, right? Now, if it's of my own volition that it doesn't get sold, sure, I'll give you your deposit back. That's fine. If I, for some reason, misrepresented the vehicle when you see it, I will give you your deposit back. But I try and be as transparent as possible when selling a vehicle. And so, with that in mind, he was okay with it in the end, and it was fine. Well, then that same day, like about an hour later, somebody I was talking to before actually sent me another deposit. And then they sent their cousin yesterday, and we sold the truck, and it was all good. I got $2,900 for the truck. Pretty good. And that's pretty awesome. That's why, like, don't listen to the haters and just do what you want to do, right? And thank you. Although, I'm trying to think for Speedway sponsorship. No, I'm sponsored by QA1. Not Speedway. Like, huh? But QA1 does suspensions, right? That is their forte. So, coilovers, sway bars, control arms, aftermarket K members, stuff like that. Which is really awesome, and I cannot wait to show you guys what I'm getting for the car. My Mustang is going to be completely transformed. I gotta figure out a way though of how to test it, because when you're doing suspension upgrades, right? It's cool to show it before and after, and well, I might have an idea for that. And we'll see. And yes, they have Fox body stuff. Like I said, I did like all the stuff is for my Fox body, right? That's the reason why I sold my truck. is to actually afford this, because it's a discount on their parts, not free parts, right? It'd be awesome if I got free parts, but this is thousands of dollars worth of stuff, so I am more than ecstatic with getting it at a discount. So I really cannot fucking wait. And also to show the haters that it doesn't matter what you say about my car, it doesn't matter what you think. I'm going to do what I want, and I'm going to prove you wrong. Also, no, I'm not going 5-lug. The reason why I'm not going 5-lug is because I have good 4-lug wheels, and I like them. That's the only reason why I'm not going 5-lug. Because I have the Keystone Black Stars, and I have my other 15s that I don't mind, honestly. They're fine. Going 5-lug, to me, I don't see the purpose of it, because in 4-lug, you actually got amazing options, and it's not like I will ever have the need, power-wise, to need 5-lug anyways. So there's that, right? And I'm not doing side pipes either, no. The exhaust is going to stay the way it is. The only difference that will happen is when I have the long tube on the car, well, the exhaust is going to change a bit from that, but it's still going to be the true duals with the Flow Pro mufflers and stuff like that, right? So that is, going to be the thing. And what's going to be fun, though, is with everything I have planned, like I said, I'm going to be getting some really awesome suspension stuff. Now, do they have chassis stiffening? They probably do, actually. I think, yeah, they do. They have, like, subframe connectors and stuff like that. But I already have subframe connectors. I already have a strut brace. Now, I'd like to get a rear strut brace, don't get me wrong, but I can actually just get one off. What's really funny is you can find them on Amazon for like $100 for a rear strut brace. I didn't even know they existed. So that's kind of cool, and I might end up doing that, because nobody else really offers one. It's kind of a weird thing. I only seem to see it on Amazon. So there's that, which, and that's the fun part, actually. You'd be surprised at what you can find on different websites, such as like Amazon and eBay and stuff like that, for performance parts. Even like Marketplace can be good. And also something else too, is this coming weekend, Saturday, 8 a.m., I will be in Red Deer. I will be at the swap meet. I might not buy anything, but I will be there. And if you are also going to be there, feel free to say hi if you see me. Because I love to meet fans and stuff like that. Unfortunately, I won't have anything to give away. I wish I did. But I don't. And I gotta make sure to make sure that I don't spend too much, because I still have to make sure that I can afford all the stuff from QA1. They still need to give me a final receipt so that I can pay them, and I haven't gotten that receipt yet, so I'm waiting. But honestly, it's going to be exciting, and I can't wait to show you guys. Now, the only thing is, there is certain things that I'm going to have to do when it comes to that, which I'm going to unveil it here, and this is the advantage of you guys watching the live streams, is that you will actually get to, I'll tell you what I'm going to get. So, I'm getting a set of coilovers. I'm getting a camber caster plate, I'm getting a sway bar kit, and I'm also getting a tubular K-member. Now, you might think, wait, all that other stuff is grand, but tubular K-member, you're using the inline 6, correct? And it's like, yes. So how am I going to adapt it to that K-member? And that's going to be the fun thing, because to my knowledge, nobody has ever done a tubular K-member on a Fox body with a straight 6. Ever. So we might be world's first. Or at least nothing documented anyways. And that's the thing. So my car is going to be a wild creation when it's all said and done. So I'm going to have to get custom motor mounts. Now, we might be able to salvage the stock motor mounts off of the stock K-member. I do not know. So we're going to have to see. And So there's that. Now, Robert actually asked a good question of where am I going to do this work at? So the coilovers and the sway bars I can install in my driveway, to be honest. I'd prefer to do it on a lift, but I can do it in my driveway. It's not the end of the world. However, the K-member is going to be the challenging one. Because I'm going to need preferably a lift, which I think I know who I can ask about that. And he can probably fab up the motor mounts I'm going to need as well, because we're going to have to fab up probably custom motor mounts. We probably won't be able to actually salvage the stock motor mounts. I don't think so. So they're going to be 100% custom unit, and it might just be, instead of being a soft motor mount, they might be hard motor mounts. We'll have to see. I don't know. I do have somebody in mind about this. It's actually somebody that I'm going to meet on Friday, actually up in Red Deer, so they have an extensive car collection, and it's a really cool dude, and I want to talk to him about that. I also want to talk to him about a couple other things as well, and he might be donating me some parts as well, so stay tuned for that. We might be getting some other fun stuff that isn't just from sponsorship, that's from like friends and White Fluffy Duck too. And, you know, and I'll be able to probably drive, because he's bringing down a few of his cars. And so I'll probably get to drive, you know, a couple of them or all of them. So we'll get some reviews, and they're not stock. Like, he modifies the shit out of his vehicles. Like, he's even got, like an S550 with a Barra swap that has 1,200 horsepower, as an example. Like, it's a drag car. And he actually said that in the summertime, that I could actually drive that car down the strip, which would be awesome. So, we'll see. Because the one thing is, like, the K-member I can't really do here, plus I have a feeling I'd scratch the shit out of the K-member trying to do it in the driveway. The rest of it I can make do with just my tarp, laying that down. I'm going to have to clean my tarp first. You know, laying that down, and then taking out the springs and the shocks and everything, and then installing the everything. We'll see. It's going to be awesome. It's probably going to take me a few days to do everything, to be fair. Sorry about that. And then we'll see how everything works out, and it's going to be so cool for you guys to see everything. And then what's actually interesting is with QA1, I now have, like, I actually had to sign a contract, which is weird. I've never actually signed a contract ever in my life. So this is kind of neat. And it's nice, though, to be able to actually make the, the connections that I've made and stuff like that, and to actually, like, have a company like QA1 sponsor me is insane. Like, I got Flash Shark to sponsor me, but I never actually reached out first. Like, they reached out to me first. I reached out to QA1. They had a sponsorship request form, and I filled that out, and they were like, we like what this girl does, so fuck yeah. I'm like, sweet! So, yeah. So the K members are universal, but fun fact, nobody's ever done a straight sit, like a 200 inline 6 with a tubular K member. Nobody's ever done it. I am the very first one to do this in a Fox body. So that is the challenge, right? Their K members are the same, and regardless of what engine you put in there, it's just the motor mounts are different, right? They make them for LS swaps and for small block Ford, but they don't, for example, do the inline 6. Because again, I'm doing something so niche and so weird that I doubt anybody will do a build like mine. They might try and emulate some things, but they probably won't go full out with it, like what I'm doing. Because it's just not economical. It doesn't make sense to do what I'm doing, to be fair. I'm just doing it because I like weird and different, honestly. And I've been able to show that you can actually have fun doing this. And yes, I do encourage people. Go get yourself a straight 6 Fox body. do the mods that I've done for the most part, like to where I am right now, is kind of the perfect formula for a Fox body. Because yes, you can make a lot more power. Sure. Um, but I've had more fun with this car the way it is than I ever had with my V8 Mustang. Now, the only thing that was more fun about Lilo, which was my convertible with the V8 in it, with the Throw 2, is that it was a convertible, right? Having the wind in my hair and listening to the tunes was awesome. But the driving experience wasn't as good as Stitch. And I don't know if any Fox body will ever give me as much joy as it is to drive Stitch. And what's fun is, comparatively to a lot of other Fox body builds, you can beat the shit out of my car, and it's not a problem. She'll take it all day long. Won't have issues at all, really. I've addressed all of the overheating issues. I've addressed... the only thing I haven't addressed yet is actually the heat soaking issue. But, you know... And which, to address the heat soaking issue, I'm going to have to wrap the header, probably. But I don't want to do that to the short tube header, because I'm not keeping the short tube header, right? I'm going to the long tube. The Hooker Super Competition Series header is going to be installed in my car. It's just when. It's going to be with a new head, and it's going to be with the tubular K member, right? And all the suspension stuff is probably going to happen first before that tri-power setup, to be honest. I still need to find the carburetors, and I still need to get it checked out by machine shop, right? And this QA1 sponsorship landed on my lap because, to be honest, I was not anticipating selling the truck to be at all, and, you know, I was going to keep the truck for a while and, you know, do everything I wanted to do with it, have fun with it, and then flip it in the future. But it just kind of sparked of, oh crap, I got the sponsorship. I'm doing quick calculations of the discount, and I realized I'm going to need a decent chunk of change to afford all this. So I did a rough calculation, and I hope I have enough, but I'm going to have to make sure with everything, and when they actually reach out to me with the receipt, we'll see. Hopefully I have enough. It's going to be really close. You know, now, if shipping's on top of it, I'm going to be kind of SOL, because it's probably going to cost a decent chunk in shipping from the States and stuff, especially with tariffs and shit like that. So we'll have to see. But yeah. And hey, Leo, how's it going? Well, Leo, I have my header ceramic coated. That's the best you can do without wrapping it, right? And it still heat soaks, right? Like, it's heat soaks the day I installed that header. Nothing I can do about it, other than wrapping it. But the thing is, I want to do the same thing, like with the long tube header, I want to do the same thing of ceramic coating it. Because after all, that header should be, like, coated and stuff like that. It's an old header that needs to be cleaned up a bit. So I'm going to do that before the install of it. Like, I need to do a rough install of it first. Make sure that anything I have to beat out of it, because I'll probably, for cylinder number 1, I'm going to have to whack that like crazy. But then with the tube or the K-member, I'll be able to actually run the long tube. I don't think it should hit the K-member, like it does with the stock K-member. So there's that, like, because the tube of the K-member is a lot smaller. And what's nice is that this will probably shave... Actually, let me look this up. What does a stock Fox body K-member weigh? They're not super heavy, but... they're between 48 and 50 pounds. Okay. So let's just say 50 pounds. Make it easy. How much does a QA1 Fox body K-member weigh? So it's 25 pounds. So I'm saving approximately 25 pounds off the front of the car, which is freaking awesome, man. And, you know, and every little bit of lightening that I do will make a difference. Now, these coilovers should be lighter than the stock suspension, I would think, too. The sway bars are going to be heavier. I can almost guarantee it. Unless if it's, it depends on the material, to be fair. But I do want to, like, And this is the one thing that I'm gonna want to ask my buddy Garrett, the one I was talking about earlier, because like he's got, like I said, extensive car collection. He's got lifts and everything like that up in Edmonton. So I'm going to try and ask him, and plus he's a little bit of a fabricator too, is if we can do all the work there. Because he's a fully equipped shop, right? And it makes it so much easier, and I can film and I can do everything I need to do. Plus I could probably borrow one of his cars and stay at my buddy Keith's place if I need to. Because the unfortunate part is, like, with my buddy Keith, I'm no longer allowed to film there, unfortunately. It's just due to some stupid circumstances, but it happens. It's whatever. It is what it is. So, and that's why, like, all the videos that I filmed there, you will see that they've been privated on YouTube, unfortunately. And I don't know if there's a way to get them unprivated without getting me, like, in trouble and stuff like that. So I'm just not even gonna bother, which sucks because a lot of my good content is there of me working on the car. So it is what it is. So at least now though, like, I'm making connections that should be really good for the channel, and like I said, I'm just excited and I cannot wait. Also, something I actually got to do, I got to order something because I want to make this work. But I need to order it online because I can't get it locally. Let's see. There we go. That's what I need. Is that more expensive? Yeah, it is. It's more expensive by $1, so okay, I'll just do that. That's fine. Bye now. Actually, make sure, yeah, it'll be here tomorrow. Excellent. Place my order. Perfect. There we go. Just got that all done. It's for another video, actually, which you guys will see. Because oddly enough, well, a while back we got another dash cam. Okay? From the same company, GKU. That did the first dash cam for us. That I've been using extensively. Now, I was going to install it in the truck, but clearly I don't own the truck anymore. So, what do I do? Well, I think I'm going to put that camera in a different location. Actually, just... Oh, that was the Amazon email to say, hey, you just, you know, ordered something off Amazon. Perfect. And so you know how my current camera setup in Stitch, right? It's one out the windshield and one out the back window. Well, what I'm going to do is I think I'm gonna, in the back window, I'm actually gonna mount it high and make it aiming down low. So you can see me shifting much better, and it'll clear the seats and whatever else. And that'll always be pointing forward, so I don't have to flip the back camera to actually do track days or whatever else. Then the other camera, I think I'm going to mount on the passenger side, and I'm going to actually route, like, it's going to be attached to the windshield, probably, and angled towards me. So you'd actually see both the seats, and you'll be able to see everything if you were, like, you know, at, like, a 45-degree angle of the car, right, and looking inside. I think that's how I want to do it. So, yeah, you'll see that, but then also, do you guys remember a while back, I got a brace diff cover from Flash Arc Racing, which, don't forget, you can use my code KAT15, all in caps, to receive 15% off your order, by the way. Is that diff cover I'm planning on installing this week. We're going to be having some nice days over the next little bit, so I want to actually install those. And so with that, it's going to be fun, and it's way overkill for my car. Like, I'll never ever actually need that brace diff cover, but I figured it was something that's kind of cool and something that kind of shows that, hey, they don't just do headers and stuff like that. They also do this. So yeah. We'll get that installed. And And then I'll kind of show you guys how to set the, if you're putting one of these in your car, to set the torque specs and whatever else for the bearing brace and stuff. And yeah, because it's a trick piece of unit, honestly. It looks really good, and it comes with its own hardware and stuff. I had to buy a gasket, but that's fine. You know, that's to be expected with a lot of this stuff, and even with a lot of products, I don't usually use the gasket that comes with it. I will buy a different gasket, typically, that's like a Felpro or something along those lines, and I did. So, I'll probably do a mixture of a bit of, you know, silicone with the gasket, just so that it sticks to the diff cover, and go from there. So, that's what I'm thinking anyways. And then, yeah, honestly, it's going to be really great. And that video is not going to be super hard to film. It shouldn't take me that long. It might take me longer to, like, jack up the car and put it on the jack stands and stuff, as opposed to actually, you know, doing this. But we'll see. And it's nice, actually, because I bought new jack stands a couple weeks ago. Because I needed them for when I was doing the transmission service on the truck. Yeah. And it's nice, because, like, that truck didn't really owe me that much. And something that's interesting. So, and most people don't realize this, and I get questions all the time, you'd be really surprised, of, where's the white hatchback Mustang? It's like, I'm assuming you're a very, very casual looker of the channel, because I traded that last summer for the truck. It also turned into a couple other things as well. Like, I got the parts card of that deal. I got $100, and the exhaust to be finished on stitch, right? So, it was really good for me overall. And so, now, though, I'm at a point where, like, with stitch, it's going to be interesting of, other than the body and paint, of what else do I do with the car? You know, after all the suspension and the engine upgrades and stuff like that, it's like, what do I do with it? And to be honest, it's fine if I don't have to modify the car anymore. You know, I can just keep it kind of as is and just enjoy it, right? Because everybody always wants to, like, add more to their car, and, you know, you can get to a point where you can finally just say, no, I'm good. You know, I can do, like, different tire setups and whatever else, and, like, I am hoping with the QA1 sponsorship and stuff like that, maybe I can get a sponsorship for tires. That would be dope. Like, say, Falcon, or, you know, like, Hoosier, or whoever would sponsor the car. Because, yeah, I would absolutely run any of those, like, any brand. Even if Nankang reached out and be like, yo, hey, you want some tires? I'd be like, yeah, man, I'm in. Because that's the one thing that's going to hold my car back now, is the tires. The tires did hold my car back before, but I was also hampered by suspension. Well, now I'm not really going to have that issue as much. And I picked a suspension setup that actually, so, like, they have a few different ones. And I picked the suspension that would be best for not only racing, but also for the street. Because I did not want to have something that was just for the street, and that's it. But also, actually, something, I should text him and say, hey, why can't I spell right now? It's right there. Sometimes my brain does this, where I can't spell worth a damn, and it's just like, it's right there. There we go. There we go. So, yeah, I was just inviting my buddy that, is actually the friend I'm gonna meet on Friday, hopefully. As long as everything works out, and I'll just confirm everything with him. If not, maybe Saturday. But then the thing is, I'm committing to the swap meet, but at the same time, I'm also committing to hopefully seeing a friend of mine. He's going down to the boat show in Calgary, so Because he's an awesome dude. Like, and I've known Tanner for a decent bit now. He is an incredible person, and you know, but the thing is, we'll just have to see if it works out timing wise. Because fun fact, actually, if it works out, he's the one that was supposed to be gifting me that T56, that beauty of a transmission. Which we're gonna have to figure out how the fuck we're gonna adapt that in a Stitch, too. Because you're damn right, if I'm being given a T56, we're gonna put it in my car. Like, it's not if, it's how, right? And I had an idea about it. If we couldn't figure out how to actually, like, adapt my bell housing to it, because after all, they're an integral bell, well, we could make it like a Corvette that, you know, has the transmission mounted towards the rear. Now, granted, it would still be the stock rear end, so it'd have a drive shaft like this long. But then it's going to have, you know, like a torque tube going to the front. You know, it's an idea. Yeah, an expensive proposition, though, to say the least. So we'll have to see how that all works out. Again, I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing stuff, to be honest. And this is something that I'm going to have to talk to Garrett about, I think, is that, you know, is like with a T56, if we can figure that out together. I don't know, actually. Let's see. Let me look. Does QA1 have any tire companies under its umbrella? I don't think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Unfortunately. Like, QA1 has Detroit Speed and Engineering, they have Speed Tech, and they have Gerst Tubular Suspension. So, under their umbrella, but none of those do tires. Unfortunately. So, I'll just have to find something else. It's all good. Alternatively, you know, if Garrett has tires for me, that'd be cool too. And because he might, he was actually gonna look. He was gonna look today, but unfortunately, he ended up in the hospital. Silly boy. You know, his heart disease apparently got to him, which is just like, bruh. So he's been texting me back and forth from his hospital bed saying, "I'm so bored." I'm like, I will try to alleviate as much of your boredom as I can. So I went live on TikTok earlier for him, and I'm live head gasket on it, all that jazz. Head gasket on it, all that jazz. Because here's the thing. I was just going to slap that head onto my engine and not care. But then, the thing is, because of it not having a head gasket on it, that can cause major issues with the head, and you can actually warp the head, even if it is cast iron, which it is. So with that in mind, I want to get it checked out by the machine shop and make sure everything's all copacetic. I got a quote from one of the machine shops that my buddy recommended for $250, which is not bad. That's just a full like health check and all that stuff. Oh, okay. I'm trying to remember what I said. So, okay. When it comes to the engine, like Stitch has a 200 cubic inch inline six, right? And that 200 is nothing like the 300. It doesn't have it has an integral intake to the head. I have a tri-power intake and head setup that I used, or that I, sorry, not used, but that I got from that really shitty engine that I bought. I don't know if you saw the video or not, but a few months ago, I acquired this 200 inline 6 that was from a 65. And it was in horrible shape. Like, this engine apparently had a cracked block, but I don't know where the crack was in the block, to be fair. It was bored 30 over, and it had a bizarre, bell housing pattern. That's why I didn't use it. And looking inside, there was a lot of damage. There was a lot of rust in the cylinders. The pistons were cracked. The cam was, it had chips taken out of it. All the bearings were shot in this motor. And overall, like, this thing was a piece of crap. So, with that in mind, I took the head, I kept the crank, and I kept the rods, and I chucked everything else out. Because it wasn't worth it, right? With all that damage, it's just not worth it. So... sorry. So now, we're at an interesting point when it comes to that, because I did get a quote from actually a friend. A friend recommended the machine shop that he uses. They quoted me months ago, $250. I never actually did end up replying to them, because at the time I just didn't have the money. Because I had a setup that was going to be through actually another friend of mine with a machine shop that he worked at, but unfortunately he is no longer doing that. And so I also wouldn't be able to film, and that's one of the things that I would love to show you guys the process of them checking out the full health of that head, making sure it's not warped, making sure that it's, like, the cleaning process of it, checking the valve springs, right, making sure they're all good, that sort of thing. And so, yeah, now that technically I can afford that, but I also can't, because this QA1 sponsorship is going to cost me a lot of money, and I just gotta figure that out of how much it's actually going to cost me in the end. That's the challenge of this. And that's the reason why I actually sold my truck, is to afford this QA1 sponsorship. Because it's not that they're charging me anything, it's just, it's a discount on their parts that I'm getting, so... with that in mind, it's still thousands of dollars, which I didn't have up until yesterday. So, yeah. And it's kind of nice that the truck sold within a week. Fan-fucking-tastic timing, honestly, for everything. And so, with any luck, I will get confirmation on Monday? Not this Monday, but, like, next Monday. So, like, in a week, basically. Of the QA1 order. Because until then, I don't know what else I can do, really. But then something else, though, is... with doing the whole, hey, coilovers and lowering the car and stuff, I'm gonna need a low-profile jack. So, and until I know how much it's going to cost me, I'm not buying a low-profile jack, but there's a really good deal on a low-profile jack at Princess Auto. It's only $139 delivered to my door. It's on clearance right now. And it's a Touran, which is actually a decent brand, and it's a 2-ton jack. Which is fine for my car. Yeah, and actually, I just saw that Aiden messaged me on TikTok. I'm going to tell him that I am live on YouTube right now. I'm live on YouTube. Dude, come over. There we go. There we go. Oh, shit. That's in Grand Prairie. It's $800? That's... Fuck, that's a cheap car. But it's in Grand Prairie. That's the problem with that. Sorry, I just got sent an ad for a 85 Mustang that's... Now, he claims it's a 4-speed. It should be a 5. It should be a T5. But, regardless, maybe it's a T4. And, yeah, it's only $800. Fuck, it actually looks decent, too. Ugh. I can't. Nope, I can't buy that. Even though I'd be able to flip it pretty easily. Just get it running and driving and freaking flip it. It'd be so easy. But no. I gotta make sure that this QA1 thing is good. I can't shirk my duties on that. What am I hunting for at the Red Deer swap meet? I don't know, honestly. I don't think I'm actually hunting for anything in particular. Because now that I sold the truck, I'm not searching for a header anymore. So there's that. I doubt they're gonna have anything for me there. So I doubt I'll buy anything. But you never know, they might have gauges or something like that. We'll see. It's on Facebook, yeah. It's in a group called GP Buy Sell Give, and that's all I see. Like you can see it right there. It's backwards, but you can see it. I just got sent that on TikTok. So if anybody wants to go after it, feel free. But yeah. So so when I did those lights, the problem that I have actually with those LEDs, they're fantastic. They are collapsed suns. But my low beams even are so high. Right? Is the problem. Is so high. And I don't have leaf springs, by the way. I'm coil. But regardless, I'm gonna be coil over, so it doesn't really matter. But like poly bushings would be a good upgrade, to be honest. I would love to do poly bushings all on the car. I don't have the link to the ad, but I can actually. Here, I will do that. I will just screenshot that, and I will crop out Chris's name. There we go. And I can actually post on the community tab. That's a good idea. Yeah, no worries. So what I'm planning on doing though is like to try and cut down on that, I actually do want to tint my lenses yellow. Which would look fantastic too, to be honest, but yeah. No. I had the quad spring set up on it, but it wouldn't fit my big tires that I used to run on the car, so we cut them off. Plus, this quad shop design didn't work, to be fair. Like, it was, like, the car still had, axle hop. So, what you need to do is run, on your upper, control arms, you need to make them adjustable. And when you get them just right, you won't have axle hop anymore. So, there's that. Hey, Kelly! How you doing? Nice to see you. But unfortunately, with everything planned, this is not in the budget. So, if are interested, check it out. Looks like a good, cheap Fox body in the Grand Prairie area. There we go. That is up on the community tab now if you want to check it out. Now it's just a screenshot, to be fair. There's no link. I wasn't sent a link, so I'm not going. I don't have the actual group, but you can see the group there. But yeah, like also something that I considered as well is because like guys, you know, like with different headlights, you know they'll do like angry lights and stuff like that. I might do that for practicality purposes, so I don't just blind the fuck out of people as well. You know what's funny is that the crossflow head is not rare. It's not. Now, have I thought about it? Yes. Do I want to do it? Yes. Can I afford it though? No. Because fun fact, actually, in Australia, they're a dime a dozen. They throw those heads away all the time. I actually had somebody that would be willing to send me one for free, but I had to pay the shipping, which the shipping was going to be insane on it. So that's why I didn't go with that. But then also, you actually have to modify the block to fit the head. So there's that. Which Capri are you talking about? Because none of my Capris have been clean. All of my Capris have been awful. Like, I've never owned a nice Capri, to be fair. Because they've all been rustier than sin. Like, the Poltermerc was actually a really rusty car, to be fair. Now, the Poltermerc's actually a nice car now. But, yeah. Now, if you're talking about Hail Mary was a fantastic shaped car. It just had a lot of hail damage on it. Which I know the guy that I could find the ad or I can find the person again that actually bought Hail Mary because he wasn't sure what he was going to do with it when he did buy it. So just because it had more damage than and then he sold it at auction. So there's that. But also, like again, I'm going to be running that tri-power setup too. You remember that, right? That I'm going to be doing that. Now, in the future, I might do the crossflow. I might. It's going to be interesting to see about doing the crossflow with my strut brace and stuff like that, figuring out how the fuck to run everything. I might have to modify the strut brace again. Either that or just get one custom built. You know, which would kind of suck to have to do, but I don't know, we'll see. No, that's fair. I mean, I don't have any lines on like clean fox bodies, to be honest. Like that are that clean. Like don't get me wrong. Actually, most fox bodies I find don't need floor pans. Although there's always the obligatory rust hole. Every single fox body has this. So when you're like sitting in your car and where the dead pedal is, there's no actual pedal there, but you know what I mean. With your foot, when your foot's like wet, right, and you rest it right there, well, it soaks into the carpet and eventually puts a rust hole in it. My fox body has that same rust hole. And most of them will have that, but it's not too bad, honestly. It's where the firewall meets the floor pan, and it's about that big of a hole. So. Well, I appreciate that, and I wish I actually had like shirts to just like have and like give out or sell. But that'd be awesome because actually I need somebody to order like one more thing so I can actually get paid by them. You need to hit a certain threshold for profit, and here's the thing: I don't make that much money on those shirts. Like I have them at the bare minimum of where I'm making a little tiny bit of profit, and that's it. Hey, there's Garrett. How you doing, man? And yes, the crossflow is Australian only design. So, fun fact, actually, like you can get an entire crossflow engine, to be fair, from Australia, but like the shipping still hurts. It does. You know, and then plus, getting it here is the challenge. I don't live on any of the coasts, right? So, like, if I was in Vancouver, different story. You know, Vancouver is like a 12-hour drive from here. So there's that. That'd be funny. Now, here's the thing though. If you bring me a marker or something and you want me to sign something, feel free. I've never signed anything in my life for a fan, and I do so bad. So bad. Yeah, but the problem is I don't have the money for it. And you know how expensive a Barra is? Like, do you have any idea how expensive a Barra actually is? For reference, the last one I saw, which was an NA Barra, not even like one of the really like good Barras. Like they're still a fantastic motor, but you know what I mean. It's kind of like between a 2JZ versus a 2JZ GTE. And the thing is, it was $6,000 for that Barra, the last one I saw here in Canada. That's nuts. Honestly, I'm not paying that for a Barra. I don't fucking care. I'm not doing it. At the time, it was like $400 just to get it to Vancouver. Which, granted, was like a couple years ago, but still. And again, yes, but I don't exactly have that money right now. I don't. I also am still planning on going with the tri-power setup first. I want to use that because I fucking have it. You know, which like, and to be fair, I could honestly sell that head for like $1,000 and use that to fund a crossflow. I could. I don't know. Like, if I should do that or not. Because I know, like, guys in the States especially would go nuts for my head. They go insane for it. Even though it's a small log head, but it's set up for tri-power and has upgraded valve springs in it. I don't know what they are, but yeah. Yeah, and I'm not putting a Chevy motor in my Ford. I know it's a fantastic straight six, don't get me wrong, but no. We do not crossbreed brands here. No. Absolutely not. It's staying with a Ford straight six, god damn it. You know? Because I mean, I'd also prefer it be carbureted, to be fair. Like, that's the preference. So we'll see. Like I said, I don't know. Like, because again, I haven't thought about the crossflow in a while. But fun fact, the crossflow head does not bolt directly to an American block. You actually have to modify it. So there's that. But we'll see. Like, the crossflow is the more efficient way of doing it. I just think of the popularity of the tri-power and how cool it is, right? Even though I'd probably make more power with the crossflow, to be honest. I would. And who knows? Maybe I do both. I didn't know you had a Supra for sale. There you go. Well, again, I have the tri-power head. It's in my trunk right now. Well, that's something that I wanted to potentially talk to Garrett about when we meet up on Friday, hopefully. You know, barring anything happening, we'll meet each other in Red Deer and go from there. Because as well, if it works out, he's bringing down some cool shit. And guess what girl will get to review that cool shit? As long as it works out timing-wise. Hi, that's me! The fact you have a stock Supra is surprising, you know? Yep, the truck is gone! She's dead and gone. Dead and gone. Dead and gone. Well, not actually dead, but she's not here. So, yeah. She's sold. She's sold. Mousetrap be no more. Now, granted, you will see one more video potentially of the truck. And that's it. I might not see the truck again. Now it'd be cool if I get to see the truck again. We'll see. Cause there is stuff that I forgot to throw in the box when I drove it to the storage yard. He is getting all the wheels I've got for that thing, because I have no for him, and he's getting the fender that I pulled out of the junkyard for it. So, there's that. Oh, yeah. You have to pay, it's like $10 or something like that to get in, but yeah. Anybody can go, so. And it starts at 8 a.m., So if you guys want to see me at the swap meet, you can, because I will be there. Now I won't have a table set up, but you will probably see me at a table, though, to be fair. Because my buddy Roy Marco always has a table, and I usually hang out with him for a decent chunk of the show. Because me and Roy don't get to hang out that often, so it's kind of nice to be able to hang out at the show. It's kind of nice. And, like, I did like the truck, don't get me wrong, but it just needed way too much work. You know, but yet it served its purpose. You know, it got me all the parts I wanted back to my house. Now, I still need to do a couple more things, to be fair. I need to... And this is something I gotta talk to my buddy Keith about, or talk to one of my Edmonton buddies about, to see, because I am contemplating this, I don't know, I have my parts car Capri up on my buddy's farm in Edmonton. I'm contemplating trying to get it back here, at my house. Because at least if it's here, I can actually strip it and it's fine. You know, if it's somewhere else, it's kind of difficult to. And then I can actually rip that rear end out of that car, and I can get the rear bumper off of it, and the taillights, and the steering column, and the dash. You know, cut the rear quarters out. Although that's going to require a lot of cutting discs. A lot. Fortunately, I have a lot, but, you know, I might need to buy more. And you're hosting a car meet in Spruce Grove on April 11th? Oh? Is this posted anywhere? Well, I think Garrett will just let anything in, to be fair. He's a humble, awesome dude. And we'll see what he brings, but who knows? He might just have it as, hey, look, here's a bunch of my cool-ass cars. Because he's got some cool-ass shit. Okay, it's private? Fair enough, fair enough. Well, hey, if you let me know, because if I'm invited, that'd be cool if I am, but I understand if not. You know, we can, maybe I can go out there, and it'd be kind of neat. Because I'm assuming you're going to have it, like, hosted at, like, because don't you have a shop out there? I'm guessing that's where you're going to have it, but maybe not, to be fair. Maybe not. Now, okay, I haven't even talked to Chris in a few years, actually. I just realized he's going to delete his Facebook, apparently, so. And hey, from Regina, cool! How's it going? You know, it's funny, actually. I had somebody reach out to me on TikTok asking, hey, are you going to be at the Moose Jaw Car Show in, like, May? I'm like, no. That's a fucking 7.5 hour drive from here. No offense. But if I'm doing that drive, okay, if I'm doing a 7.5 hour drive for a car show, I'm not going to Moose Jaw. I'm going to Kelowna. Just saying. I'm going to BC. Plus, I can try and meet up with Cassidy out there, because fun fact, actually, Cassidy McCowan, who from Rust Bros, yeah, she's actually like a fan of mine, and she follows my content on TikTok. It's so awesome. She's hopped into my live streams a couple of times, you know? Well, you know what's funny? Okay, you got a whole car group in Kelowna. That's funny. Because, okay, so, my grandmother has lived a block away from Gyro Beach for 70 years? 60 years? Something like that. She's lived there for a long time. My grandfather built that house. That's kind of cool. And if I can ever get my butt out there, now I would need a truck again, because I sold my truck. But inside the garage there, there is a snowmobile. Now, it's not just any snowmobile. That is a John Deere 440 snowmobile from like 77-ish. So really cool snowmobile. Hasn't run in like 30 plus years. But how cool would that be to revive and use as a snowmobile? And who knows? Maybe I do a bit of snowmobiling content. I don't know. We shall see. Again, if that works out. You know, I just need to get my money out there. Because I know that if I asked my grandmother, she'd be more than willing to do that. Oh, that'd be awesome, yeah. If you want to donate some yellow tint to me for my headlights, that'd be cool. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, because I want to tint my headlights. I think not only would that be cool, it also is practical. Because my headlights are bright as fuck, and they blind the hell out of people, so cut down on the glare a bit, but then at the same time, it also will cut through fog and stuff like that. Because if I drive through fog with those lights, I'm going to be blind as a bat. So there's that. Although I might just do the high beam or the low beams tinted and then have the high beams as the regular. Maybe. I don't know. I might do all four, to be fair. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that sounds good, man. I appreciate it. But have a good night, and we'll catch you at the swap meet. I'm my answer myself. I don't think I'm on my answer. I'm fresh to death. I'm in the zone. I checked my head, but no one's home. The mood is right. The party's on. Looks like tonight I'll be drinking by myself. I'm a party by myself. Do this shit all night. I don't need nobody else. Saturday at the Red Deer Pavilion. It starts at 8. So yeah, it's the quick times one. Here, I'll send you the thing really quick. Actually, I put it on my community tab as well. Let's see. Post. I'm gonna be here. So if you see me, say hi. Saturday. There we go. Man. So I'll be able to potentially see you on Friday and Saturday? That'd be cool. And right? Like, that Fox Bunny looks fairly clean. You know? Like, it looks pretty good. From what I can roughly see from those little bit of pictures anyways, up in Grand Prairie. The problem is it's in fucking Grand Prairie. It's like a 7-hour drive from here. It's brutal. But, yeah. I sound like Gru? I do not sound like Steve Carell, thank you very much. What's wrong with you? But yeah, honestly, you know. Although, you might have a hard time trying to find parking for that big-ass trailer there, but... Because that swap meet's very fucking popular. Lots of people go there. Lots of people. There's gonna be, like, a lineup out the fucking door in the morning. Like, bad. So, now, and if I, like, thought about it, I may have set up a table for some of my stuff, but nah, it's fine. They're not gonna have tables available. Or, I mean, they'll have empty spaces, but they won't actually rent them out to you because politics. Welcome to swap meets. It's fine. It's fine. Grumpy? Hang on a minute. I ain't grumpy. The fuck? I'm just a happy-go-lucky girl. That's what I do. But yeah. Honestly, like it'll be dope to see, you know, be able to meet up with you and meet up with all well, with any of you that actually show up to the swap meet, that'd be great. But yeah. Well, I mean, I know how to bro, but yeah. And also, I'll send that actually straight to Garrett because I'll text it to him. There we go. There we go. Because, yeah, I haven't seen anything about them canceling yet, so. Weirdly, the only post I saw about it was back in February, though. Was it interesting? Nice! That's awesome. Yeah, like, to be honest, I'm not looking for anything in particular there. There was ideas of some stuff when I had the truck, but I don't have the truck anymore, so I'm not looking for anything in particular. You know, so we'll we'll see. All good. But yeah, and actually, I didn't get $3,000. I got $2,900, but same shit. If you want to get technical with the other deposit, the truck may be $2,000 or $3,100. If you want to get really technical, but yeah. Even though that $200 got spent, so yeah. Cause I kind of had to like get groceries and like live, you know. But yeah, so there's just like very exciting stuff around the corner with like the builds and stuff, or the build. There's no plural on that. It's just build. But the nice part is so if I can get the Capri back here, right? Well, I just got to figure out how the fuck I'm gonna do that. Because it's also not an easy car to load, just because the suspension is like this in the car, in the front, so it gets really fun to load up onto a trailer. It's 75 feet long. That's a big ass trailer. Your trailer would also get stuck trying to get that car out where it is right now. To be honest, get stuck, guaranteed, with that big ass fucking trailer behind it. So yeah, just because of where it is, like it's out at my buddy's farm, right? So, and then the fun thing that I would get to do though is I get to shovel out all the fucking snow that's gonna be in that car because there's no doors on it, there's no hatch on it. It's gonna have a lot of snow inside that car. And I just hope that my rear quarters are still good after all that. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. Because if I can get it here, at least I have the parts here so I can sell them and no big deal. It's a lot easier. Instead of having them up there. Now, because there's a whole, like, rear quarter situation to actually figure out, too, with that. Like I said, I don't have a problem cutting them out. That'll take me a while. I know it's not an easy thing, but I've seen a guy try to cut out rear quarters on a parts car I had. It took him forever. But that's okay. If I'm here, great. Plenty of time. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna need to get an extension cord too. I didn't even think about that. It's fine. It's fine. Because my one extension cord is fucked outside, so I'm gonna need to get another one. Yeah, and then like something because and I contemplated as well. It's like, well, that Capri actually has a good roof on it, so maybe I chop the roof off too, and sell it to somebody that needs a good roof skin, or just a good roof in general. Because I'm just gonna chop it right at the fucking A pillars, you know, A pillar and then the C pillar. Oh yeah, old cars love to be out in the elements. They love to get snowed in on their interiors. Absolutely. To be fair, it has like almost no interior left in it anymore. Because for some reason, okay, in the infinite wisdom of my buddy Keith, which to be fair, I love him, he's a great guy, but he hates tan interiors, and he left all the interior out in the elements just to get destroyed. I'm like, you know, people are actually looking for some of that shit, right? And he's like, what? Nobody likes tan interiors. I'm like, yeah, they actually do. Uh, you're one of the only ones. You're one of the only people that actually hate them. So, but at least though, it's only been exposed for a few months, so it shouldn't be too bad. Wait, really? You have a tan interior in the S550? That is dope. Not gonna lie. That is cool. It's a great car with a tan interior, so that would look good actually. That would look really good. Um, but we'll see. He's just being silly, exactly. Because okay, he doesn't like white vehicles. He doesn't like tan interiors. He doesn't like a cream colored vehicle. He only likes red, blue, black, gray. That's it. He's a very weird dude that way. But, that's fine. Well, you kind of have to have bead locks with the kind of power you're pushing, to be fair. Like, I'd be surprised if he didn't have bead locks on that thing, to be honest. Oh, so do I. Like, there isn't much when it comes to, like, car interiors or outside that I don't like. Like, you want to put, like, button tuck velour in your car? Fuck yeah. I love that. You want to make it like ostrich? I mean, kind of ostentatious, but sure, why not? Fuck it. Full send, right? I don't care. And yeah, like, honestly, which, what's really funny? So, speaking of tan interior with white paint, uh, so do you remember Hail Mary? My, 82 Mustang hatchback? There's, like, some videos on here and stuff like that on here for it. I traded that car to Keith. That was a cream color, because it wasn't quite white. It was off-white. It was a bit of a cream in there. With a tan interior. And I traded that to him. Like, and it's so funny I offered the trade up to him, to be honest, and because he looked at it as like a potential just flip opportunity, right? And he kind of, don't get me wrong, he made money in the end on that deal, but it sold for a lot less than he was hoping. Now, if he just wanted to flip it, I could have sold it for him, but he decided to go, no, he would just do it himself, which just sent it to auction, because he hates dealing with people, which I don't blame him. Honestly, people are annoying. So, because case in point, I have proven that vehicles that people say are worth nothing can be worth a pretty penny. Just saying, hi, that's me, hi. Because I know what people will actually pay. You got to find the right buyers, and it can take a while. Like, even the T-Bird, that took a while to get $5,500 out of that thing. And that T-Bird's a nice car, right? And the T-Bird is still around. It's sitting exactly where it has been for months. Now, it's sold, technically, I can't remember the buyer's name. I can picture his, like, Facebook photo, but I can't remember his name. But he's a friend of mine on Facebook, and he bought it sight unseen. He knew that what he was getting into, and yeah, he offered me $5,500. So okay, it's anything. But to be fair, you're mostly gonna see classic car stuff there, mostly. If you see modern stuff, I'd be surprised, because after all, it's run by QuickTimes, right? Which QuickTimes is like classics all the way, right? But you will see some modern shit there. But yeah. Now, will you see something you want? Maybe, to be honest. They do, like, you'll find people with, like, custom 9 inches and stuff like that. And, like, custom suspensions and whatever else. So you might find something there you might like. Maybe, And if you want help loading it, I'll be around. If you buy anything. But, And yeah, so we'll see how everything kind of works out down the pipeline and stuff like that, right? With everything and like because like I said, because now the chat has got me back on the freaking crossflow thing because I totally forgot about that. Like I totally forgot about the crossflow thing. So I don't know. Like, do I sell the tri-power and go with the crossflow instead? It makes more sense. It does. It'd make more power. It would. It'd have better flow. I mean, you can. Yeah. Now, like, are you planning on, like, selling stuff, or are you just planning on, like, having it out? Because here's the thing. You can have it out in the parking lot and just have people admire that shit, to be fair. That is not a problem. With them. Link it in. Now, here's a question. Do you want underneath the blankie? Yeah, you do. You're going to commit to on top of the blankie or underneath the blankie? Your choice. What do you want? Yeah, you're just going to have it out and just let people enjoy it? Yeah, to be honest, people like to see that shit, honestly. But you know what's fucked? So, okay. You have the R34, right? I did a quick, like, it's part of my full video. But you can actually see on here on YouTube. I clipped it and put it up as its own video of an R34 GTR walk around. It has like 300 views. It's brutal. I'm like, really? It's an R34 GTR. You would think that every single child would be masturbating over that car. Apparently not. It's kind of weird, honestly, that way, because it's the internet, right? It's like R34. It's the skyline, right? But it just didn't hit the algorithm, so it's whatever. It doesn't bother me, but it's surprising. That's all. Now if I did it as a short, maybe it would explode. Like I think on his cars, other than like if I review any of them, I might just do them as shorts. To be fair. Hang on. Again, why don't you just make a Facebook account just to join groups and get cars? Like, trust me, Marketplace is the shit, man. Marketplace is amazing. Like, just make a Facebook account. You might bring out your loaded RS3. I mean, that'd be cool. Right? You know how much shit I look at Marketplace? You know how much stuff I bought off Marketplace? Like, fun fact. Okay, even though this is not how I got the car, but the Poltermerc, right? That automatic rear wiper, Fox body Capri. Oh, Garrett has over 100 cars, by the way. He's loaded. And it's funny, just the other day, right, with Garrett, he was texting me while he was driving a fucking Porsche 918 back from Denver. Like, what? He flew down from Edmonton to Denver to buy this car and road trip it home. And he overheated, like 15, 20 times in the car? See, to be honest, I didn't even know he had like a chip. I don't know if he posts anything, does he? Because to be fair, this is the first time I've actually seen him on here. I'm used to seeing him on TikTok, to be fair. But let's see. Does he have a channel? Properly. Let's find out. You know what's funny is that I can't see anything from him. Did I spell that right? About that? Do you not post anything on here? That's just rude, man. Oh, I mean, to be honest, I do, right? But anyways, so the Poltermerc, right? That was a weird thing for me, okay? That car, the only reason why I did it, well, there was actually two reasons, okay? So, to start with, you guys remember Lilo? Hopefully. And like Lilo was my convertible Fox body, right, that I owned. I loved that car to death. Well, my buddy wanted the car back. And he knows I liked straight six Fox bodies, and he fucking suckered me into getting that car back. However, he realized it's gonna be a backwards trade for him, which to be fair, I did a backwards trade initially when I met him, so there's that. But as a thing of saying, you know what, I understand this is a backwards trade, let's do this. He paid for the insurance and the registration on the car, and I drove it. It's kind of the best of both worlds, honestly. So I drove that thing, and that thing gave me so many problems. I don't know if you remember, but that thing left me stranded so many times. Like, and that's where I made that song, you know? I'm broken down in my piece of shit Mercury Capri. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I hate this fucking piece of shit car that is mine. You know, like that. If you guys remember that video, it was really funny, honestly, because that was me being funny about it, but I was pissed. Because it kept breaking down on the side of the highway. It kept leaving me stranded. I hated that fucking car. And what it turned out to be, and it's a weird thing, I'll probably never come across this issue ever again. So, it was vapor locking. But why was it vapor locking? It's a straight six Capri with factory exhaust. Why is it, I mean, correction, it had like cat delete and stuff like that, but like factory exhaust manifold. Why is it doing this? Well, it turns out the fuel pump was getting so goddamn hot that it was actually boiling the fuel, and if you touched it, you would like burn your hand, the fuel pump. Which, it's a mechanical pump. Why is it getting so hot, right? So he went to an electric fuel pump, never looked back. Like, my buddy Dave owns that car now. So I don't know if there was an issue with the cam or what, like the eccentric on the camshaft. I have no idea. That's the only thing I can think of that was causing that. So now what's funny is like, because I replaced the fuel pump, he replaced the fuel pump, and then went to an electric fuel pump. Never looked back. You got a 67 Beetle. So big window Beetle. Non-split window Beetle. But still cool as shit, though. I love an old Beetle. That's a small bumper Beetle, too. See me. Now, here's a question. Is this a rebuild, or is this a modifying the shit out of it and putting, like, a Subaru motor in it and sending it? Or are you, like, doing, like, a 2400cc Volkswagen engine in it? I have a feeling like you're not going to leave it stock because they're like slow as shit. Like, super slow as shit. Ooh, a 69 Autos. You know how rare that is to actually find one that isn't a proper stick shift? That's so rare. Oh, your rotator's going bad? Like, as in like the rotator cuff in your, like, arm or something? Like in your shoulder? Because that would suck. It's your grandfather's, he gave it to you before he passed? Oh, sorry to hear that he passed away, but, you know, but that's cool. Wait, you're leaving a car, like, stock that is, like, diabolically slow? Who are you? What have you done with Garrett? I understand, though, that was your grandfather's, that's why you're doing it, but, like, wow, you know? I mean, find me a Beetle that isn't full of rust. They just all have, like, a shit ton of rust. I mean, I would. Like, here's the thing. You don't have to make it like an insane hot rod. But as an example, that original, because being a 67, that's going to have a 1300cc, if I remember correctly. Put like a 1900 stroker in it, add dual carbs, and the little headers that they make for those. And there you go. You have a car that is very usable still. Is not like an absolute rocket ship, but instead of it having 36 horsepower, it'll have like 80 horsepower. So at the very least, it'll move pretty decent, and you'll actually be able to get into traffic easier, because stock, those things are a nightmare to get into traffic with. Nightmare. So that's what I would do, honestly. And what's cool is that with that amount of power is you don't need to upgrade anything else. You can keep the rest of it stock and it's fine. It's not like you're doing like a 2.4 stroker and making it make like 200 horsepower, and it's where like it's an insane car. Now, and your drive shaft keeps falling off on your truck. Well, that sounds like you got really shitty BU joints. Or like you keep buying like really cheap U joints that aren't greased, or you're not greasing your U joints. I mean, that'd be cool. Because who doesn't love a little Beetle? I mean, 1776 out of a beat or a bus could be cool. That'd be a nice little upgrade to it for it. But you know, the thing is though, Garrett, and hopefully, like we're friends and know each other for that long. If you get to the point where like, hey, your kids don't like, you still have the car and your kids don't want it, I call dibs on it. So you know, it's not gonna be for a long time, but I'll call dibs on it. Staking my claim right now. I think I saw some haha reactions from that. Win. Aw! I lost a subscriber. I'm sad. Sad. I'm now at 7,990 instead of 7,991. What the hell? Which one of you fuckers, unsubscribed to my channel? Rude. Just kidding. I'm gonna focus on Stitch for a while. The thing is, there will be another car that falls onto my lap, because trust me, I never look for these cars. Ever. The only car I ever chased was the truck. That's it. So, and, like, as an example, like, I'm not kidding when I say that these have all fallen into my lap. So, any of the cars that I've actually gotten on the road, okay, has been, let's see. So, we have to go back to, it would start actually with the Poltermerc, which was a marketplace find, and then I traded for it with my buddy. Then it goes to Buzz. I was told about Buzz from a couple of friends of mine that went to an estate sale. And they're just like, hey, they got a few Fox bodies. And they sent me a picture of this one Fox body. I'm like, hey, that's really dope. And then I saw it. I'm like, holy crap, how rare that thing is. That's a straight 6 4-speed manual car. Like, very, very rare car. I think it was a hunk of shit, but it was a, really rare car. Wait, you weren't subscribed to the channel? Are you serious? Yeah, you weren't subscribed. The fuck, bro? I appreciate it. Oh, fuck. I haven't been posting as much, so I haven't been getting as many subscribers, to be fair. Like, I am only 9 away from 8,000. It's insane. I have no idea. Again, You know as much as I know about that Fox body, okay? I have not seen the ad. I don't have the link to the ad. I am not in that group, so I can't see the ad. Like, unless somebody has it on Marketplace, like, the only thing that I can potentially do is look up his name. Okay, Saber, you have fucking food, bro. Go get your food. Stop begging for food in here and go get your food. I fed you like an hour ago. Go. Just before the live stream. Actually, sorry, 2 hours ago. You have food, bro. You do. I fed you. I fed you. Go get your food. Saber's being a shithead. Like, let's see. If I can find him, let's see if I can do it this way. I don't know if I can. If I can search up by name. No, shit. That's not what I fucking typed. You. Did I spell that right? No, I did not. That's how you spell that. Hang on. Writer. Fuck! I hate this. This is terrible. There, let's see. That didn't pop up, and that's fucking annoying. Let's just see if I can find him. Oh, did this fucking person, do they keep stealing my content? Hey, they haven't stolen my content a bit, because I keep copyright striking them. Also, fun fact, if you're on Facebook, and you see this profile, Katarina's Garage 21, yeah, that is not me, by the way. So, like, report every single one of their things, and say that they're impersonating me, please. Because they don't give me credit. It's one thing if it was a fan page and they'd give me credit, fine, but they don't, so. Okay, I found Buddy. Let's see if I can find his Marketplace profile, though. And yep, he's definitely... You know, it's funny. I've actually done a dyno at where this guy works. So he's got a no bump side, though. That's cool. And he's got a dent side, too. Does he have any photos of the Fox body? He does. From 2024, but that's not the same Fox body, though. That's a different car. Because he has a photo on his profile of this Fox body. You know? See, now the problem is, because I'm not just going to put some random person's phone number out there in the ethos for trolls to, like, call, so I don't even know how I can get you that, dude. Like, because I could try to message him on your behalf and go from there. But, again, I don't know. You need to buy a 930 Turbo? So, you know those things are called a Widowmaker for a reason, right? They're a cool-ass car, don't get me wrong, but that turbo lag, and then when it finally kicks in, and then it goes, whee! Yeah, that's a 930 Turbo, folks. That's a 930 Turbo, in a nutshell. And actually, have I met this dude? He looks familiar. He does. Interesting. I may have met this guy before. I think I met him in Fort Mac, though. But mind you, a lot of the guys that work up in the rigs look very familiar, so there's that. They all look the same. Okay. I don't know how to find that. What year was that car? Wait, I can do this. Hang on. I just had an idea. That did not work. I was trying to reverse search the image to see if I can find the ad. Didn't work. See if I can find the group. GP. Let's see. GP buy, sell, and give away. Give away and trade. Oh, it's a private group. I have to actually join it to find that. Do I live in Alberta? Yes, I read the group description. I actually didn't, but it's fine. All right. Let's see if they let me in the group. I'll find it. I'll find it. No, that's valid. That's valid. But I mean, you understand what I mean though? It's like most guys that work in the rig like look all the same. Like it doesn't matter which rig they work in. They're all the same. They have the same haircut. They have the same face. Everything. I swear to God. Like they don't have like unique looks. I swear. There's a couple of guys that do, but like all the young guys that go up there, they have like the same style, the same look, the same hair, everything, same face. Like they're all like clones of each other. I swear to God. I swear to God. Because Gary would know what I'm talking about. Yeah, like I swear to God, they're cloned. Oh, dude, God, that thing's rusty. But that's cool as shit. I don't know what to do to it though. It's not. Yeah, I think it would be cool. I just found an 81 Bronco for sale with a 351 in it, and they want like $4,000 for it. Out in Caroline, which like Caroline's like an hour away from here. Most people wouldn't go for this, and to be fair, it's really rusty. Like I don't think it's worth $4,000. Like it's really fucking rusty. Like really fucking rusty. It's got a cool pattern interior though. Like, look at that. I like that interior. It's showing 98,000 kilometers on it, but it's a 5-digit odometer, so good luck finding out what the actual mileage is. No, I don't think it's worth 4. I mean, it's a Bronco, so I'll give him that, and it's a 351, so I'll give him that, but... Buddy, you still have your smog pump on your truck. What are you doing, man? Get rid of that shit. It does... Hey! It does have an AFB carburetor, though. Look at that. There you go. You know? I just found this on Marketplace. With an Edelbrock interior. So this guy likes Edelbrock stuff. He likes Edelbrock, you know? See, now... These aren't my size, and I don't have the money for them, but, like, this is the kind of tire I want for Stitch so fucking bad. Like, these are, like, a super sticky tire. These are Falcon RT 660s. Like, that would be perfection on my car. But, I don't know. We'll see. If I can find something along those lines, that'd be sweet. So, we'll have to see. Because, yeah. I find like anything I find in a 15 is always a fucking drag slick, usually, on Marketplace. Always a drag slick. It's never like, hey, it's a road race tire. Because, yeah, I'm running 15, so it's weird. You know? It's weird. But we'll see. We'll see. You know? Because, yeah, well, I'm just hoping that, you know, when Garrett is not all freaking, like, laid up in the hospital there, because he is right now, which, you know, he's going to look through his collection of, like, parts and, like, tires and stuff and maybe bring me some shit. Which would be dope if he did. I'm not, you know, I'm not holding on to that, but I hope he does. Hope he does. It'd be awesome. Because I've had so many people say, "Oh yeah, I have like tires. I can send those to you. I can give those to you," and they never do. You know, or like, "Hey, I'm gonna build you a computer." Great, yeah. Fucking Dylan, that was 8 years ago. I still haven't got my goddamn computer yet, bro. It's just funny, honestly. I've been offered some really fantastical things in the past, and they've never come through. You know, and it'd be great if more of it did, but it never does, and it's sad. But yeah, like, and you know, because hopefully, yeah, that he feels better soon. Because after all, he needs to be ready to visit with me on Friday, and then see me at the swap meet. Just saying, you know. Because if you're not better before then, I mean, I understand, but I'll be upsetty spaghetti anyway. But not actually, because I understand health comes first. But yeah. Cause yeah, and by the way, for people that wonder, I just have like a silly sort of personality, and I'm not being serious. Of like, hey, you need to fucking see me. It's like if it doesn't happen, it's okay. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I mean, hey, I'll be willing to meet her. That's fine. You know, that is fine. Holy shit! How much of this does this guy have? I mean, it's cheap Charnesium, but let's see here. I just found some exhaust wrap for like really cheap on Marketplace. I'm just curious. And it comes with stainless steel ties as well. Holy fuck. I just don't know how much of it there is. There's a lot though. Like check this out. I just found this big roll. See, this is the amazing part about Marketplace, right? I just found this big roll of again, it's Chinesium, but exhaust wrap, right? You know, like that. It's not the prettiest stuff in the world, but it works. Um, and this full roll with the it's basalt fiber, by the way, with stainless ties and instructions for $40. But again, I don't know how much is actually there. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay, it doesn't actually say. What's stupid? On the instructions, on the length, it's either 5 meter, 10 meter, 15 meter, or 30 meter. Well, what the fuck is it? Unless it's the like multiple rolls of different lengths, because maybe that is the thing. But yeah, like that's cheap. That's cheap. Um, I mean, hey, you have more cars than you know what to do with. To be fair, um, so I understand from her point of view. And it's cool that you have all those cars, but like, you have over 100 cars. There are probably cars you haven't touched for years that are just around your property. I bet. I bet. You know, there's cars that like perfectly run and drive, and you haven't like done anything with for a long time, right? Have to. There's got to be some of those around with that many cars. So I understand from her point of view. But if you can afford it, I mean, who cares? You're at that point, right? Uh, Collecting dust, yeah. See, and that's the one thing. So, um, like when I see your full collection, right? Which is gonna be like it's gonna take a while for that. I understand that, but I will eventually see every single one of your cars. And if I see something with more than an inch of dust on it, by the way, that is something I want, I'm just claiming ownership of it. Just put it out there because I know you're not gonna miss it because it's covered in that much dust. Just saying. Fuck. Could you imagine? You know, just walk in there and be like, "Hey, look! Oh, there's like, there's a McLaren Senna with an inch of dust on it. Yoink!" No, I wouldn't want that to be fair, but oh fuck. Um, Although I wouldn't be shocked if he actually has McLarens around. He's talking about Lamborghinis. He's talking about Porsches. He's talking about wanting to buy a Aston Martin Valkyrie. You know, like there's got to be McLarens lying around there. I mean, I might. You never know. If you see it fire up, don't worry about it. You got 3 McLarens? Hey, there you go. See, I knew there was gonna be some. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see, because I mean, after all, like, if there happens to be like a B-body Coronet in there, nothing's stopping me from taking that. Nothing is stopping me from taking that. Just so you know, I don't think you have that in there, so you might be safe. But if there is, what? Excuse me? What? You okay? I know. Don't get me wrong. I know you have money. You have a fucking F1. Holy shit! You have a fucking F1. Shit, man. I will be in like reverence around that car, by the way, because like the 620 is cool, the 720 is cool, but it's a fucking F1. Like, oh, like that car is like the Golden Gates like open, and you know like rays of sun like shine down on that thing. That is an F1 in a nutshell. Like, oh my lord. Let me ask you, okay? Because I think all of them are documented. Do you have the chassis number of your F1? I just want to look it up, to be honest. Because I'm curious. Because I'm pretty sure all of them are documented. And now I'd be curious to find one in a junkyard. That's interesting. But mind you, there was a while where you could actually write those cars off. You can't anymore, but like, it's funny. It's the only car in existence where you can't write it off, because the parts to rebuild it are cheaper than it's worth. So, because after all, like, Mr. Bean crashed his like so many times and like rebuilt it. There was only 106. See, I don't know the exact number, but I mean, I'm assuming you just looked it up and there's 106. So I know they made them in very, very limited numbers, right? And they're cool. Like, if there was ever like a hypercar, well, actually that's a supercar, to be fair, but it's hypercar territory. It goes 250 miles an hour, for fuck's sakes. Or 240, correction, 240. That is one to like be like, oh, over. It's 015? Okay, let me look. Let me look this car up. McLaren F1 015. And from Kazakhstan, yo. How's it going? Wait. Wait. This car, let's see. It's a 1 of 1. Okay, it's got history to it. I mean, to be fair, every single F1 has history to it, but this has history to it. So I'm just looking into this because I'm just curious. The fact he gave me the chassis number, so now I'm doing my fucking research and it's F1. Goddammit. Let's see. So, wait. Hang on. I was just looking it up, but it says number 15 is with Jay Leno. And it's in Burbank. Like, that's his F1. Were you mistaken on the chassis number, or? Cause yeah, at least according to this article, that's in Jay Leno's garage. Yeah, I'm wondering honestly. Don't get me wrong. Like I know that Garrett has money, but and there was a point where you could buy these cars for like not a ridiculous amount of money. To be fair, there it's not like now where they're like 20 mil plus. There was a time when, like, as an example, Jay Leno bought the car for 800 grand, right? Back in the day. So, um, yeah, like that. That's why I'm always curious about that sort of stuff. Let's see. Yeah, that's actually the one that. Wow, the post is not available in my country and fucking Instagram. Okay, I see how it is. Yeah, because I think you have the wrong chassis number on that. To be fair, um, because yeah, Jay Leno owns that one. That's a black one with a red stripe on the side of it, which is the only one made like that. Well, you know the best part about all this shit though? The best part about all this, me and Garrett are friends, and I can verify if he's full of shit or not when I go see his collection. So there's that. Like on anything, right? If anybody ever disputes him, I could be like, no, actually, I've seen that car. He owns it. Trust me, I've seen it. You know, but it's like, oh, you know. That's the fun part about this shit, right? Because that's always the fun part about having friends with fantastical shit. Which, to be fair, I've never had a friend quite to this extent that has this kind of money. Um, but I've had friends that have some fantastical shit. To be fair, and like people will, because people are always like negative online and be like, "There's no way to fuck you own that," and I'll be like, "Actually, no, I've seen it." And I show them a picture of it. They're just like, "Oh shit, okay, never mind, my bad." Yeah, exactly. Fuck you. Like, gotta love the internet, right? And that's the fun part. And then now with like the rise of AI and stuff like that, they'll think like that it's it's AI. It has to be. And it's like no, I don't do AI. The only things that can be AI on my stuff is any of my merch you see. Which by the way, you guys should like buy my merch. Just saying, I have the merch store. You should like go through that and like buy a bunch of shit. That'd be great. Anyways, so uh the only thing that's AI on the merch store is like if you ever see like a cartooned image, to be fair, I made that with AI. It's images that I took that were cartoonified by AI. So I will fully admit that. But other than that, I do not use AI at all. Hey, you're all good, man. You said you're from Kazakhstan. English is not going to be your first language. It's all good. But E34, I can't recall the E34. Oh, that's the M5. Okay. Yeah. Those things are sweet, honestly. I do like those. That's a cool ass car. Because yeah, that's like the that's first gen M5 or second? I think that's second gen M5. Yeah, over 300 horsepower out of the deal. Fuck yeah, man. That'd be killer. Like that would be killer, though. Oh, and Draisaitl's now injured for the Oilers. Again, the downfall of the Oilers is upon us, folks. As a Flames fan, it makes me like, not that I wish any injuries or anything like that, but if the Oilers lose, it makes me happy. I'm a Flames fan. I can't help it. Yeah. Because I don't even know what happened in the games tonight. Because I know there's a Flames game tomorrow, but I haven't paid attention tonight. Hey! Wow, the Maple Leafs beat the Wild? That's a surprise. Senators beat the Sharks? Alright. And the Kraken beat the Panthers. Fuck, the Panthers are just horrible this year. Hey, SVR, how you doing? Nice to see you. Oh, you're Aiden. Okay, I didn't know you were Aiden. How's it going, dude? You've missed a bunch of shit in the chat, man. It's been a vibe tonight. Honestly, it's been fantastic. Like it has been great. You know, and I texted you like an hour ago. What the fuck, man? You just woke up again? Fair enough. But also, like, fun fact. So you know, our buddy, you know, Garrett, Envy, right? Because he was actually in here chatting for a bit, and he dropped a bomb that he has an F1. Now he got the chassis number wrong, so he's gonna double check that, you know, tomorrow for me. But it's like, holy shit. Because the chassis number he gave was actually the one that Jay Leno owns, so I had to. I was looking up, going, I think he gave the wrong chassis number. Hang on. Like, if he actually has an F1, I will find out. Like, I will actually like go see it and be like, oh, in the reverence of an F1. Just saying. Because that thing is worth, like, you know, awing over. 100%. It's also got, like, the coolest layout of all time. You know, it's a, you know, 3 people sit in it. You know, like, the driver's in the middle. And then it's mid-engine with a naturally aspirated BMW V12 that makes, like, 600 horsepower. And goes, like, 240 miles an hour. It's insane. It's insane. Just saying. Oh, it would be. You know what's the funny part about an F1? It's the only car that you physically cannot write off on the planet. The only one. If you crash one, it's cheaper to rebuild it than it is to write it off. That's the funny part. So, like, because Mr. Bean, I swear to God, he was trying to write it off and he couldn't. He crashed it so many times. Hey, 200s are like the most beastly things ever. Or unless you're talking about Chrysler 200, because then, yeah, I don't think I'd put beastly and Chrysler 200 in the same sentence. But, you know, I don't think I could. But, you know, my 200 cubic inch inline six is fun and beastly. So now, are you talking about a Chrysler 200, or are you talking about a, you know, a Ford 200? No, I don't do that. Your Chaser needs a new turbo build and shit? Well, shit. I mean, actually, what year Chaser do you have? I can't... You've mentioned it before, but I can't remember. But honestly, going live on YouTube and TikTok would be too much of a pain in the ass. I can't read both the comment sections at the same time. It'd be a nightmare. It's just easier to go like this. It starts every time though, so I mean, for now. But it is an Alfa Romeo. Gotta remember. A Chrysler 200 is an Alfa Romeo Giulia. It's not known for its reliability. Now, if it's reliable for you and you like it, awesome. Great. But yeah. It's a 97. Okay, so that's a Gen 2 then. Yeah. Oh, 200 horsepower. Sorry, but okay, fair enough. Yeah, I thought you meant like a Chrysler 200. My bad. Oh, a 3.7 Liberty. Oh. I mean, as long as you like it and as long as it's reliable for you, awesome. I've never heard good things about them. But as long as it's good for you, great. That's awesome. Yeah. I mean, granted, it's better than the Tiger Shark later. I will say that. The 3.7 is an okay engine. It's not like super amazeballs, but it's okay. Yeah, it's not a pretty car. But they weren't known for their reliability either. Like, the only Jeeps at the time that were reliable is just like, hey, look, it's got a 4-liter in it. Yay! It's like the most bulletproof motor of all time. Yay! Yeah, that's the extent of like Jeep reliability for the most part. Some can be reliable though. And let's see, a 1997 Chaser. Yeah, that is Gen 2. Okay, I like the Gen 1, but these are cool as shit though. Like 1J, all that shit. I love it. I love it. Yeah, I would rock one of these in a heartbeat. Honestly, they're so cool, and they're underrated too. Like Toyota Chaser's a very underrated car. I mean, a 3.7 you can get the sound okay depending on the exhaust, but the only thing that I don't like about the 4.7 and the 3.7, like if you have a truck as an example, so what is the problem with a not high-powered overhead cam engine? Where's the power band? Around redline, right? So, imagine you're trying to tow with a 4.7 Dakota, right? And you have to rev the fucking thing to $5,000 for it to do anything. I hated driving that Dakota, honestly. It was diabolical. And also it was very uncomfortable too. Like that thing like killed my back. If y'all remember that was years ago on the channel. I posted a saga of going down to Coaldale, Alberta from Edmonton. And in this Dakota, and I was like writhing in pain because that seat was a freaking brick. I swear to God. It was awful. Awful. Yeah, see, exactly. Like, that is great if you're trying to race it, but if you want to tow with it, you want your power band to be low. Like, what the fuck? Like, it was such a bizarre decision with those, you know, what were they? Not Intech. That was Ford. What did they call those motors? I can't even remember. Just Dodge Luxury? I can't put luxury and Jeep in the same sentence. I can't do that. I can't do that. I've been in a frickin' Jeep Wrangler. There's no luxury about that. That, you know, at the time, I thought the Jeep Wrangler is the most overpriced vehicle when I rode in one. Then the Jeep Gladiator came out and went, never mind, that's the most overpriced vehicle on the market. Because it's a Jeep Wrangler with a box on it, and they charge an extra $15,000 for it. So stupid. And people bought that shit, too. I'm like, what the hell? Like, Jeep people are weird, man. You know, like, and granted, like what you like, that's fine, but Jeep people are bizarre. They're like, oh, you know what? I want my door handle to be a strap. The fuck? No. Like, that's race car shit. You're in an off-roader. Why? Why? You don't need to worry about lightweight in your freaking off-roader. You don't. Like, it's just so funny. It's so funny. So, you know, I hope. Because, fun fact, you know what I'm dealing with right now, which really sucks? Is I don't have hot water in my house right now. I have an issue actually with my tub, like, constantly running, and it like, totally fucks with the, hot water heater. So I turned the water off in the house a few hours ago. And I'm hoping I have hot water tonight, because I really need to, like, bathe myself. which is really gonna suck if I have to keep turning off the water in the house just to get hot water in my fucking hot water heater. Like that's no bueno, at all. Why would I buy a reliable car when I could be broke and have a Jeep? Exactly. See, that's what's up. It is what? It is 1:45 PM. But, you know, and this is not the first time I've dealt with no hot water. It's the first time this year, but I dealt with it, like, 2 times last year. Brutal. So, like, luckily, don't get me wrong. I actually have ways I can keep myself clean and stuff like that without actually needing to properly bathe. I have the stuff for it, because when you kind of like live on the road with the dyno and stuff like that, you kind of need that shit, to be fair. So I do have that. Oh, it's not the pipes. It has nothing to do with the pipes. It has nothing to do with the pipes. That is an issue with my faucet in my bathroom. That's the problem there. So, yeah. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating. Because now, if we went through another hot water heater, that would suck. And yeah, it's the same time here. Hey, look, guys. My kitty came for a visit. Why are you looking that way? Dude, there's a phone right there of people. See? Look, there's a chat. Say hi to chat. See? There's you. That's you. I mean, we get a lot of locals in my chat, to be fair. Hi, Rascal. Fun fact, he is 17. He's not quite old enough to drink yet, but he's close. Alright, bye. Oh, way to go. You knocked shit over, bud. Way to go. Yeah, so he crawled over top of the table to sit on his fish tank. That's like his new favorite spot to lay down, which is so funny because he'll lay down there and then he'll like pass right the fuck out and then he'll like fall off and land on the floor and I'll just laugh at him like, you're a dumbass, dude. And yet he keeps doing it over and over and over again. And it's like, you have brain damage, I swear to God, Cat. You just do. What? You mean outside? Or in my house? Because, like, outside, I need to, like, look this up. Let's see. Settings. And there we go. It is 21 degrees Fahrenheit outside. Supposedly sitting up, then falls over. Man. That is silly. Yeah, so, but later this week, you know, it's going to be 7 degrees, 14, 13, 11. So, you know, and Garrett, why do you have to come down when it's going to be, like, potentially snow showers that day? Potentially. Let me look for red deer. Why is red deer not on my list? The fuck? Red deer. Add. There we go. Stay on the fucking list. There we go. Let's look for red deer. Oh, okay, it's only a 20% chance of snow showers on Friday. I mean, it doesn't bother me. But like the warmer days are gonna be like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, right? You know, like that's gonna be the warmer days. Like Tuesday is the warmest at 14 degrees. Then it's 9, 9, and then 5 on Friday. Then of course Saturday's 2, because you know it can't be super warm for the fucking swap meet. Why would it be? At least it's an indoor swap meet, but yeah. Oh, it's gonna be fantastic, honestly. Like, you know, I love the Chinook that we're gonna be getting here, like, right away. It's gonna be great. Looking in my own reflection, changes, violently it changes. Oh no. Now, see, something else that has caught my eye on Marketplace, too. Again, I'm not buying this. I'm not buying anything on Marketplace, but, like, there's this. Right? Which, this is an AMC Rebel. It's a four-door, though. But it's cool as shit. It's not worth what he's asking for it, though. It's not. Like, he's asking $1,000 for this thing, but realistically, this is like a $500 car. And the reason for it is, well, let me show you why it's only a $500 car, because it's actually not in that bad shape, to be honest. Like, by the looks of it. It's got a little bit of rust in the rear quarter. But it's not that bad. It's like on the fender well. The other side is pretty mint overall. It's got a little bit of rust forming. But there's windows for floors. You can kind of see, hey, look, there's the ground there, right? So you got that problem. And I don't know where you're going to find floor pans for that, so you're just going to have to patch that, which, good luck. It might be too shitty to patch. You might have to build brand new, honestly. But then, the old 232, it's missing the head. So, like, at best, you have a $500 car here. At best. It's out in Cremona, which is, like, right over there. I mean, it's, like, a 30-minute drive from here, but it's right over there. Yeah, like I said, that's a $500 car, and then you need to figure out, hey, am I going to 258 swap this thing? Or am I going to do a V8 swap on it, right? Much more parts to do a V8 swap on it, but 258s are very plentiful. 4-liter Jeeps are pretty plentiful. You could do a 4-liter swap on it, too. You know, that'd be great. Ooh, what's this? What's this? Oh. Listed about a day ago. Front end looks a little high. Does it not have a motor in it? Where's that rust? That looks disconcerting. If that's the frame, that's very disconcerting. Sorry, I just found a Cougar for sale. Oh, it's all tore apart. Yeah. I don't want somebody's project like that. Not that I'm gonna buy it, but I don't want somebody's project like that. No. Let's see. Yeah, noted. It is interesting when people actually ask for this stuff, honestly. Your Turbo S is your profile picture. I don't know if I can see your... See, the problem is, TikTok will, like, you can click on a profile, like, it brings it up big. Doesn't do that on here. I can't see it. But, you know, you can, like, text me a photo of it. Then I can show it to the class. I mean, it's gonna be a little blurry, to be fair, because I'm on my other phone, but... Just saying! I've got the power of that. I have the power of that. Yeah, because, like, that's the one thing, like, Garrett actually has my phone number, so he can actually, like, text me, so... Ugh. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. Everybody else can, you know, like, email me, to be fair. But, hey, look! He texted me. Let's see. It's an image. Oh, Turbo S, okay. Oh, you do the horsepower for Hope thing, okay. That's cool. You know what's kind of unusual? Seeing a Porsche 911 Turbo S next to an original Mini. You know, like that's yeah. Well, that's the thing. I'm not sick anymore. I just have the cough still, but I'm not actually sick anymore, to be honest. But that is cool. But you do the horsepower for hope thing. See, fuck, and those tires are so old. Fuck those old tires. Like, it is interesting what people try and sell on Marketplace, too, for, like, tires and stuff like that, because you won't be able to see this very well. But if you look, you might be able to see it. You see what's going on with this tire here? It's been cupping on the road, and it's actually breaking down the tire from that cupping. These tires aren't worth the $500 this guy's asking for these. Even though they're like the perfect size for me, to be honest, but they are, yeah, with looking like that, I wouldn't pay anywhere near that for them. Because those tires are old. Like, and he says that they were made in the 47th week of 2023, but it's like, they look really wore out. Like, he says 4,000 kilometers and maybe 30 minutes of track use. Also, one of that was a passionate, too. So, yeah. Like, it's really hard to find, like, 15s in, like, a tread pattern that you want for road racing, but it's hard. Huh? What are you... What is that called? What are you talking about, man? What? Huh? I'm not dying, bro. The fuck? What is that comment? Okay then. Take your shirt and dry my tears. Need you hear the lights. Gonna keep you as a souvenir. Okay. Run away and get out here. Gonna keep you as a souvenir. Yeah, you just made it up. Oh, okay. Because when I read that, I'm like, the fuck are you talking about, Willis? I was so confused by reading that. Like, I'm like, huh? I need clarification before I continue. Hey! Yeah, it's kind of interesting what I just found on Marketplace. It's it's actually semi-local to me, too. I don't need it. Especially being at 170, but I found a core of a 170 cubic inch inline 6. That only wants $100 for it. Which he claims it doesn't run. But you know what this thing does have for, like, all the Ford people for performance? It does have adjustable rockers. Which all of the early ones had adjustable rockers on it. So it's actually kind of desirable for the people that have later motors like I do. And it comes with the clutch that actually has good amounts of wear to it. I'm assuming he pulled this out and put a 302 in his car. That'd be my guess. And he might hop off shortly. I mean, that's sad, but I understand. I mean, to be fair, I don't know how much longer I'm going to be live for, but, you know, it's, you know, I've been live for like 2.5 hours, to be fair, so, which has been awesome for you. you know? And I'm sure I'm gonna get in shit because there's gonna be people who'll be like, fuck, you didn't go live earlier so we could actually talk to you? Rude. I'm gonna get those comments. Not actually, but like, in a way, yes. But that's the problem. I'm a night owl. I'm always up late, right? I mean, it is midnight, you know? Like, it's gonna be midnight in 1 minute. Spark the two fall apart. Well, I am glad that you were here, because it was fun chatting with you, for sure. It's always fun to do these live streams on YouTube, because, like, my TikTok lives are chaotic. I do a lot more of them, because I can actually, like, have copyrighted music in the background. I can't do that here on YouTube. Even though I technically have copyrighted music, but you guys can't hear it. So there's that. But, yeah. And like on TikTok, I get all the like awful comments. On here, it's like it's just chill vibes and it's great, you know. Well, I'm Katarina's Garage on TikTok. You'll see it. Which I do post a little more on there, but it's because like I can reply to comments directly and like do content off those, right? Um, and it's a little more fun, you know, that way. It takes one spark but two to fall apart. Got it? Sweet. Sweet. Like, again, there's going to be very similar content posted to here, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, there is, going to be about the same. Oh, no shit. Fuck, I just transferred money from TikTok to my account, and there's already, like, another 22 bucks in there. Gotta love it. You know, but to be fair, I actually got a decent amount of gifts on there tonight on TikTok, so that's the only way I'm gonna make money on TikTok. Where here, it's just like, granted, this live stream is gonna make me pennies, to be fair. It's not gonna be a lot. That's fine. I don't do this to make money, even though I do make money, to be fair. But like, the live streams on YouTube, like, if I added, like, ad rolls into this, whatever else, I'd make a little more, but, like, naturally, if you're watching the live afterwards, like, you'll see the ads and whatever else. But as you're currently live, I don't think you see the ads or anything like that, so I actually make no money from people just, like, sitting here and chatting, which is fine. Honestly, I don't care. I make money off of my regular videos and stuff, so that's all good. Oh, hang on. He sent me he's sending me a photo of his SVJ and his CN. Okay, so your SVJ is blue. Cool. And the CN is purple. Like, see, now I have like some really cool friends because they got shit like this. You know, like Lamborghinis, bro. Lambos. It's sweet. Plus, I might get to drive the Aventador. Just put it out there. Maybe. We'll see. He also said that I can drive his Barra Mustang, which is cool. Which he's just gonna corrupt me into wanting to get a Barra. I know it. I know it. But the problem is, if he corrupts me into wanting to get a Barra, yeah, he's paying for the Barra at that point. just put it out there. Oh, fuck. See, now, although to drive this car, I'm probably gonna need, like, a freaking, like, fire suit and a helmet, too. I don't have that yet. I should get that stuff, but I don't have it yet. Alright, well, It seems like the chat is winding down. There isn't that many people in here anymore. I mean, to be fair, we only peaked at about like 10 or 15 in here. So, it's all good though. But anyways, I'm going to try and sign off, or I'm going to sign off here. I'm going to see if I've got hot water finally. I shut off the water at like 8 o'clock. It's now midnight, so hopefully I got hot water. We'll find out. So anyways, take care of yourselves. Have a wonderful night. And stay safe. And we'll catch you later. Good night, everyone.